Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2, and welcome to the 1.32.2.25s patch. So I wanted to, typically we start in the game, but since I just downloaded the beta, I wanted to go ahead into the mod manager and just take a look in here and see what still works and what doesn't. And it looks like we'll be able to keep everything. We'll be able to keep our profile, and it looks like we'll be able to keep everything except pro mods, naturally. And then the only other thing I saw that isn't compatible, at least according to the game, is the MAN TGX 2010. And I think that's it for everything else all the way down here. I think all the KAST trailers, all the RJL Scania, the Obolino stuff, the Sask stuff, all this stuff looks like it's going to be okay. It looks like it. I don't know if it is or not, but it looks like it. And then down at the bottom, right, there's all the SASQ, Sask stuff, and then down at the very bottom is where I keep Chassis Cats. So it looks like we're going to be okay. I'm going to take out everything with a red mark on it because that's pro mods, and that's easy enough to replace. I won't have to reorder anything. Everything else will stay in the same order, and we should be good to go. And then I'll take out this MAN TGX 2010 and its associated mods. But other than that, looks like we'll be okay. So I'll take care of this, and then I will see you once we get the game going. Hey folks, and here we are in the main menu, and I can tell you, well, I'll read it to you. This is from the SCS Soft blog, and this is what's new for 1.32. Trailer ownership. Major changes to the user interface, including the main menu, company management screens, dealerships, etc. Job filters redesign. Some of the old trailers discarded and redesigned. 2016 Scania added to AI traffic. B-double type trailers added. Updated part of Germany map. Lighting improvements, and that is to match it up with ATS. Power lines at airlines on AI trucks added, and then it says that's optional. Rendering speed up. Option for automatic parking brake, disabled by default. And the speed limit in France dropped to 80 kilometers per hour on some roads. Now down below it does say mod alert. Completely redesigned trailer cargo logic. Cargo data, trailer data, economy, etc. Cargo data, trailer data, economy, etc. Most mods will need some work to catch up. I can tell you that coming in here, and in fact, no, I don't want to do that. Coming in here, I had a couple crashes, and I was running a lot of the Reims mods. So we were running his summer weather, we were running Paris rebuilding, and we were running, I believe, some things in Germany. So there have been some big changes in Germany from SCS Soft, and I believe that is what may have been causing that crash, because as I got rid of all those, then everything did start up okay. Now, obviously, it's a beta, and it's been out for 1 day, so we will most likely have a game crash. And if we do, I'll restart and we'll just go from there. So this does look a little bit different, what I'm looking at right now. And this pop-up is here. I didn't bring this up. It was here when I came in. You can buy your first trailer now. Check trailer dealers offer now. And that's going to be over here, I suppose. Trailer dealers. So let's go in here and see what we got. Holding together so far. No crash. I see three slots down below. So we've got a 2-axle flatbed, a 2-axle curtain side, a 3-axle curtain side, and a 3-axle flatbed. And then here is, okay, fair enough. Now, if I look, I can see through the opacity there. Those are doubles. So we've got a reefer double, dry freight double, curtain side double, and an insulated double. And then back here, we just have dry freight, insulated, refrigerated. I assume they're going to bring more in here. And particularly as modders get involved, then there's going to be more stuff going on in there. So that's one thing. Let's see what else we got. Want to get rid of that. Let's see. Main menu, company management screen, dealership, etc. Company management. Let's take a look at that. So, okay, so this is all up here now. You used to have to go one level deeper. So you would select company management, I believe, and then it would open up driver manager, garage manager, some of these other things. So let's, just as an example, this looks the same. I see that looking pretty much the same. There's a little blue dot. That's new. So that's telling us what truck we're in. This looks the same. Yep, I don't see any difference there. It's not a bad thing. I just don't see any difference. Driver manager. See what we got here. This looks the same. There's our driver. Yep, that all looks the same. And like I said, not good or bad, just making the observation. Garage manager. We gone there yet? Nope. Reims. Yep. Some minor cosmetic changes. Looks pretty similar to me. The bank. Cover your ears, darling. Yeah, we owe a ton. No, we really don't. About $450. That's not too bad. We could actually borrow a little bit of money if we had to. Recruitment agency, we don't need to look at that. It also says dealerships. So let's see if the truck dealer looks different. That looks pretty similar. Let's go take a look in an, you say Iveco, you say Iveco. You say Iveco. So let's see what we got here. Looks pretty much the same. Let's configure a truck just as a test to see if this does not like the Iveco dealer. So I'm going to try one more. Well, I take that back. It let us get into the Iveco dealer and then it crashed us out when we tried to configure a truck. So let's try Scania and see how we do there. And I'm guessing this has something to do with accessories because we have accessory mods. So let's see what happens when we go here. This is just the Scania dealer. All right, sir. Does not like any configuration in any dealer, apparently. So let's try this. Let's go to a trailer dealer. And let's see. Now, if we pick one of these, do we get to configure it? Customize configuration. Let's see what we got here. Right. Not going to try that again. So apparently there is a problem with dealership for either trucks or trailers, and I assume that has something to do with some accessories that I have, because other things seem to be working okay. I want to take a look at one other thing here, and this is, let me see, gameplay. There are two things that it says in the patch notes. One is cables on, yep, there it is. Trailer cables on AI. Player and traffic trailers. Yep, want that. And the other is automatic parking brake. You know what? I'm so used to doing it myself. Let's just do it ourselves. We'll keep doing it ourselves. So that's there. Let me try this one time and see if we get a... let's see if we get a crash. Let's see. No, that's really not going to show us. It doesn't let you build trailers like it does. You know what I mean? If you come to the truck browser, it lets you configure trucks, and here it does not. Okay, not a problem. Let's have we sort of checked out everything in here? We've looked at the new interface, trailer upgrades. Interesting. Let's risk it. Okay. So now does this mean... Interesting. Are these the ones that are available to us? Yep, looks like it. Level 5, level 6. Okay. So this is letting you know what's available in the shop, I guess, when you take your truck in there. When you take your trailer in there. So then here would be... To me. Thank you. Okay. Oh, and it's because we have some mods in there. We got some 50K to stuff. Okay, fair enough. There's more 50K to stuff. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so that's kind of a neat touch. I wonder if that was there before. Oh, and it's broken down by brand too. Interesting. Okay, okay. That is, that's a very cool feature. Oh, and there's one more thing, because we actually don't have a job right now. So let's take a look first at the world map. Anything different here? Anything different here? There we go. Zoom out a little bit more. One more? Nope, that's all we get. Okay. Trying to see if there's any new cities in base game. No, it looks pretty Pretty much like where we've been. Okay. Now we lost everything in Ireland because we don't have pro mods going right now. Okay. And then freight market is the other one. Let's hope this one holds together because we do have mod trailers going. And we are in Reims. Let's go up into Germany because Germany has parts that are new, does it not? So, origin. Reims to Reims. Huh, that's interesting. These are all going sort by origin. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. So let's sort by price, highest to lowest. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, nothing going, anything going this way? Go to Leige. I mean, it's on the way to Germany. Yeah, let's take that. And I have a feeling it's going to crash us out when we get there to pick it up, but we'll risk it. We will risk it. Let's turn our lights on. Now, the only downside is this truck that we're in. Let's take a look at the world. It says the render is different. We are at 60 plus FPS. I don't know. How are you feeling about that render? I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it. Okay. And we've got 30 kilometers to go just to pick up, so that's nice. Let's, you want to go in cab? You want to go third person? Jeezy Pete's. Man, that is a unnecessarily loud overhead door. It feels smoother. It definitely feels smoother, I have to say. Not hating this. And of course we went the wrong way. It's okay, we're gonna turn around here. Now I turned off a bunch of mods to try to find out what the crash was. And one of the mods that I turned off was freaking 64 physics. But I'm feeling like easy IKEA. Feeling like something's maybe not quite right with the physics, and it could be this truck. It could be that 1.32 has the base game physics are different, and this truck has not been updated to be compatible with them. But it feels pretty bouncy, I have to say. I mean, it's not the end of the world. And we are still running all of our trailer mods and our company names mod and a lot of other things. So, there's a problem. And is that, I don't know if that's a base game mod or one of our mods. You know what I might do? Let's go pick this. No, can't do that. I was thinking let's go pick this trailer up and see what happens. You know, then we can go back in and swap some things around. It looks like they look okay over there. I wonder if that's that looks okay. I wonder if that's just a mod trailer. Let's see. We'll continue to evaluate. And this is beta of beta. This came out when, like today, yesterday? So far, I have to say, not hating it. Seems faster. I mean, we were in a city and we were at solid 60 FPS. And right now we're bouncing right around 50 to 55. So could go either way at this point. As far as being sped up. No, I mean it's really banging on 60. I'm feeling like it's definitely smoother. Nah, I take that back. I don't want to say definitely smoother, but it feels smoother. Now, here's our next test. When we get to acres out here to pick up our trailer. Do we just want to pick the one that it gives us, or do we want to mess with the KAST trailers? Okay, Lightbox and Shadow on that one looks good. Maybe that was just a bugged out mod trailer in front of us. Not bugged out. That's... I shouldn't say that. That's not fair. Oh. Okay. That's looking a little different, is it not? The mist seems a little smoother. Okay. Okay. You know what? I've no interest in taking a cast trailer. I'd rather explore the base game trailers from the new patch. So let's focus on that. Let's just take the one they give us, which looks like just a straight ahead 3-axle trailer. Nothing fancy. Let's do it. And what I was thinking earlier is this truck does not have airlines. So maybe what we'll do is... Okay, I have an idea. When we get this delivered, and we will, when we get this delivered, let's go ahead and swap out to either the Scania or the Volvo. We'll hop into that, and then we'll just go pick up a job. It'll put us back in Reims, and then we'll just go pick up a job in Reims. We won't try to deliver it or anything, but we'll go pick it up in a truck that has the airlines. Maybe it'll give us something a little bit more exotic. And then off camera, I will try to sort out where the break in the chain is with being able to go to the dealerships and configure things. And you know, I have to say, I'm going to keep doing it this way, and I'm not being like belligerent when I say that. I'm not, you know, like combative about it or anything. But this to me is one of the most awesome and most frustrating parts of gaming. And this is kind of what I want to share with you. And this is how I game. So, you know, the game crashes when we were trying to configure things at the dealerships, and being in this truck that doesn't have the airlines. This is, to me, this is authentic gaming. This is what it's like when I'm gaming by myself. This is what it's like when I'm playing a new game with my friends. So this is what I want my channel to be. I want it to be this sort of authenticity is the best word that comes to mind. So I could edit out some of the it's not quite drama, but some of the things that have happened so far, some of the game crashes, and I'm not going to. That's, to me, that's all part of gaming. Now, I am, I wouldn't necessarily say conflicted about it, but I am thinking now that maybe I should have taken the Jazzy Cat stuff out, so we know that all trailers that we're seeing are base game trailers. But because we have the KAST trailers in as well, the NTM and the Kraker and the Carry, maybe it's best. And the reason, and I did that intentionally, the reason I left all that in is because they have to be in such a specific order. I want to maintain that order. And it's easy enough to take a picture of my mod order with my phone, and then as the mods get green lighted, to go ahead and put them back in. But the thing is, they're already all green lighted. The only ones that I took out were the Pro Mod stuff and then the Reims stuff. And that's allowed us to run the game. And I assume that if I take out some of the accessories, it will let us get back into configuration. And I have to think that the configuration crash, I suppose I could look it up in the log easily enough, but I have to assume that the configuration crash has to do with when you go into the configurator, it loads all the accessories that you have in your mod folder. There's another bugged out shadow. It loads all the trailers that you have, accessories. It loads all the accessories that you have in your mod folder and has them sort of teed up to be applied to the various nodes on trucks and now added on trailers as well. So I'm guessing that as it was trying to load those mods, it came across a conflict. So again, not a big deal. I'll check in the crash log, which I have to think on on a beta that's less than a day old, my crash log has got to be lit up like the 4th of July, like a hootenanny. So it's to be expected, and I'm sure this patch will resolve itself multiple times over the next week to 10 days. And once they have the... I'm liking that HDR right there. You see that up beyond those trees? That looks a little cleaner than the old fog used to. I feel like the old fog used to just look like gray with white trees, you know, because everything was essentially lighter. That it just made the sky gray, and then it made the trees white on top of them because they were one shade lighter than the sky. You know what I'm talking about. But this seems a lot more natural and a lot more, you know, the bloom is nice. Now, we are running reshade. In fact, we don't have to run reshade. There we go. That is 1.32 patch with no reshade. And that is definitely looking... to my eye, that is looking a lot more natural than 1.31. Okay, fair enough. There goes some doubles, but again, because we're running all of the Jazzy Cats and all of the KAST, I don't know if those are base game trailers or not. And that's, like I said, that was intentional, but now I'm sort of questioning myself. I'm wondering if we shouldn't have come in with just a completely clean game. But what I didn't want to do is start with 0 XP and not really have the ability to look at anything, because we'd have, you know, base game profile, and we'd be running, we wouldn't even be running our own truck, we'd be running contract jobs. So I wanted to, I didn't want to start back at square one. And that's less about me having to do the same work twice than it is about having access to things in the game that I actually could show you. Now, of course, the downside to that is I can't get into the configurator to play with any of the trucks or trailers, but that's okay. I'm thinking that's Jazzy Cats now. I'm thinking that is Jazzy Cats. That's not KST, because none of those trailers that we've seen, I think, have been specific to KST, and it looks like that bugged out shadow is on the truck part, the lorry part as well. And if it were only something to do with the trailers, that would not be the case. So I think that is Jazzy Cats. Now, the nice thing about Jazzy Cats is he updates his stuff about every 8.5 minutes. So I would guess that before the end of the week, whatever that problem is, he'll have it resolved. Right. It definitely does seem smoother and more responsive. And, you know, I've been playing a lot of racing games lately, and I can tell you that the difference in input lag on 30 FPS and 60 FPS in a racing sim is extremely noticeable. So much so that I notice it more now in truck sim. And I can tell you that being at a rock solid 60 FPS makes the handling and the steering and everything and the braking just so much smoother, you know, buttery, creamy smooth. So you don't feel like you're ever having that input lag where you send a command to the truck, you send a signal. Yes, I know. You send a signal to the truck in the form of, come on, steering, braking, acceleration, what have you. You send an input to the truck, and even though it's only, you know, the difference of a 30th of a second or a 10th of a second, or however you want to say it, you still can feel that it doesn't instantly respond, and so you give it just instinctively a little bit more input to sort of nudge it along, and then it picks up, right? Then it sort of catches up to your input, and now you're overcorrecting back, and it's very subtle, and you barely notice it, but you do notice it. And I particularly notice it in racing games where a 10th of a second or 100th of a second can mean a difference, not in your lap time, but in something like hitting exactly the right entrance or hitting exactly the right braking point, something like that. So it's not critical in a truck sim, but I can feel a difference, and the responsiveness of the controls, I have to say, feels moderately to to significantly improved. And it says it's just FPS has picked up. Oh dear. I hope we make it. Hope we don't wreck our truck. It says the render speed has picked up, and I agree with that. And it to me it feels like it makes a difference, not just in the look of the game, but in the feeling of it as well. So kudos to you, SCS. I'm trying to look at trailers, but like I said, we've got so many mod trailers in this game. Hard to say. Right. We are going to have to pull in here to sleep and to get fuel. But that works out because it is 7 p.m. Yep, that's perfect. So we've done part of the episode in daylight. We've done part of the episode in rain. Now we will do part of the episode at night. So, perfect. And I went to the ProMods website and checked that out, and it says late summer for ProMods. We're on 2.27 right now, and it says the new one is going to be 2.30. So jumping ahead a little bit, not a big deal. And it says that will be available late summer. It is late summer, so hopefully that will be out in the next, I don't know, few weeks, month, however it works out. And when that is released, we will go ahead and get that going as well. And now, between now and then, because I switched over from a serial number version of this game to a Steam version. All those mods will update automatically. I take that back. Most of them will update automatically. There's some mods I have that are not through Steam, and that is going to be Jazzy Cats for one, Pro Mods for another. Reims is not through the workshop, but most of them will update, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. Yeah, glad we pulled in to sleep. I think that was a wise choice. Right. So let's come out here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we sleep. What do you think? That's a pretty good looking render, I have to say. That's some good stuff. I see an improvement. I might just be imagining it because they told me I'd see it, but I certainly feel like I'm seeing an improvement. Right. The lights in this truck, man, not very bright. So, and what's the last thing I want to do? Can't remember. There's one thing I wanted to do on the way out. The end of the episode. Don't remember. Don't remember. But it's 4 a.m. So the sun will just be coming up as we... Oh, this looks really different, does it not? Look how crisp that is. Ooh, hang on. Moment. No? That's still keeping the crisp. You tell me. Does that look different or not? I think that looks like it's rendered differently. And we are on DirectX. We're not on OpenGL. I am pleased and impressed, I have to say. That, to my eye, that looks very clean, very smooth. Loving the frame rate. All right, fantastic. And we also kept all of our RJL Scania mods, the RJL Scania itself, and I think just about everything else. that has to do with RJL. We kept all our 50K stuff. We kept a lot of stuff. As far as mods that, at least for now, they don't say that they need to be updated. But other than Jazzy Cats, Grimes, and Pro Mods, everything is out of the workshop. So hopefully that stuff will all update itself. We shall see. This looks, I'm telling you, this looks better. That mist effect, that fog effect is, I say significantly improved over the old fog. I thought the old fog was pretty terrible. And I am almost 100% certain now that the trucks we're seeing with the glitched out shadow box underneath them are Jazzy Cats. So I will go to a dodgy mod site tonight. I will risk the virus integrity of my gaming laptop, and I will go to one of the dodgy mod sites and see what's going on with Jazzy Cats. Right. And then now, depending on how often this patch updates, and I mean, we know this from previous patches, but there will be multiple updates, sort of mini updates in the next week to 10 days. And that means every time we restart, it'll put us back in Reims. So what I'll do is, we're going to Leige. What I'll do is, if it patches overnight, or if it patches before our next episode, I'll just teleport us to Leige, and we'll start from there. So we're, you know what I mean? So we're not leaving from Reims every time. That was one of the reasons that we bought a truck in the first place, is so we could stretch our legs a little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. And I think what I may also do is go in after this episode, and I might add a couple of the mods that I've taken out. I think I might try the freaking 64 physics and a couple other things, just to see. I mean, it's not that critical. It's not. I'm not hating the. Oh Jesus! I'm not hating the physics as they are right now, but I'm kind of used to. The game being set up the way I had it set up. But you know what? I was talking to my girl earlier tonight, and I tend to. I mean, she knows. Well, she knows me, and she knows not my bad habits, but she knows how I sort of get myself in trouble with myself. And I straight up asked her tonight, like, should I go ahead and do this beta patch, or wait until it's a little bit more stable, until the mods have caught up with it a little bit, because it's not going to, like, wreck my mod folder or anything. No. Downshifted one gear too far. It's not going to wreck my mod folder or anything. It just takes a minute to get everything back to the way it was, back to the way you had it, that you liked it, and it can be kind of a pain in the ass. Having said that, it's also one of the, I think, most satisfying things about this game is when you do get everything just the way you want it. This is very smooth. I'm wondering if I'm not going to be able to even crank my graphics a little bit higher. You know what I'm saying? You always know what I'm saying. Why do I even ask? This is going to get us out of debt too. We are running a fever, so to speak. Right. Brake on. Truck off. Parking lights. Let's see what we got here. $5,000, not bad. I'll take it. Got some points, not too many. Oh, we got an email. What's this say? Overdraft is settled. You're right, it is, buddy. Do we want to... how long are we running on this episode? About 25 minutes right now? About half an hour? Let's see if it will let us get into our Scania. Let's see if it lets us get in. 2 hours. Yep. And it's going to put us back in Reims. Thinking. Loading. Thinking. Loading. There you go. There you go. Maybe. Fantastic. Right, so get that going. Get that going. And now let's take a look and see. Now we're back in Reims, are we not? We must be. So let's go back to Reims. And we're not going to take this job. We're just going to price it. So that would be back to Leige. Just went there. I'd like to get somewhere into Germany. I don't see anything going to Germany. I really don't see anything going to Germany. That's interesting. It's an experiment. Right? Are you seeing this? No, there's nothing going to Germany. Okay. So there's 2 jobs. Okay. Going further into Germany. Anything from here? Sorry if this is a little tedious, but I'm curious now why there's so few jobs going to Germany. And it could be because in our profile we really haven't leveled up long trips so far. Could be. Let's Brussels. Go to Brussels. And again, not going to take this today. Just going to go and get it hooked up. Oi, 118 kilometers. Wait a minute. It does this to me. Or, I guess I do it to myself. Freight market. That's what I said. Oh, it's from up on the border. Okay. Well, that's my fault for not seeing it. This is going to Leige. I'll take this off camera because we just did this trip. I guess we take... heavy cargo? No, we'll take this one. Just to... those are all going to Paris. Now, if we take this one, it's going to give us a choice. That's an old trailer, though. Not old, but it's like the older style. Let's take this. How far? 30 kilometers. Better. Mo better. I do like this truck. It's not really my style, so I sort of shouldn't like it. But I really do. And I'm also really liking this render. Sun coming up. Nice HDR. Let's turn this off so we get a sort of a truer version of what we're seeing. So this is base game with no reshade. And this is... yeah. I don't know, man. I think it looks prettier. That's base game. That's with reshade. It almost... huh. It might almost look better than reshade, which is saying something, man, because I like my reshade. I run it in virtually every sim and racing game that I have. Okay. Okay. Alright, so go out here. We should be there in just a few minutes. And I think, yeah, I think that's going to about do it for this episode. We'll just get hooked up and see the animation and everything, and then I'll head up to Liege and we'll pick it up from there next episode. Got the Jesus beams going. Oh, that's nice through the trees. Yeah. It's a winner for me so far. I say A+. And the thing is, it'll just get better. you know it will, because it's I mean, SCS is no joke. They don't just throw things out there. But any patch. Oh, that's cool with the illuminated signs. That's new, is it not? I believe it is. Oh. Man, every episode, I'll say it if I have to. It's a fantastic time to be a simulation gamer. Got the sun just coming up. Oh, we're going back to E Acres. Of course we are. Yeah, and we are... I'll take a look. I'm pretty sure we're capped at 60 FPS because we are like just rock solid at 60 FPS. So I'm curious if I uncap us, you know what I'm saying? I'm curious how high it will go. And then the other thing we can do is we can leave the 60 FPS cap on and just jack our graphics settings a little bit to see how high it goes. You know what I'm saying? You want to get high? Everybody wants to get high. Right, it gave it to us. I thought I flew right past it. To the freight market. And you want to mess with it? You want to mess with it? This might crash us out. But it's close enough to the end of the episode anyway. So let's take a look. Oh. All right. This is part of the Schwarzmuller pack, is it not? And then this is just base game. Let's take this one. It's got some chrome. Let's see how the chrome looks in this new render. Pausing. Pausing. Okay, there it is. That's a little different. Did it always make you make the second selection? I don't remember. Now, is this... is that a generic chrome? Or is that an active chrome? Looks like an active chrome to me. Maybe not super active, but it'll do. Okay, cool. Let's get this thing flipped around. Get her hooked up. Check out the cables and we'll call it an episode. Now, can I do it in one swing? Oh, you know what? I could have, but I threw it away at the last second. I overcorrected just the tiniest bit. I could have had it, man. I could have been somebody. All right. Beautiful. Hook it up. And, oh. Interesting. Okay. It doesn't just pop it. It does it in sequence now. Fantastic. Moment, please. Let me go check something out. Options. Gameplay. Are we... Automatic lift axle. Automatic drop of liftable axles. Nope. And then if we go here, just making sure our key command is the same that it was. Lift, drop, trailer axle, Z, or Z, if you prefer. So we go back here. And a little Z. Nope. Either it's not a lift axle or that feature is temporarily bugged out. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of European Truck Simulator 2. This is the 1.32 beta. Look for more episodes like this. Thanks. See you next time.